All right, we're live. Good morning. I'm going to do my day two, and actually, it took me a long time to get it uploaded. So these going forward will be just 10 minutes long, and although there'll be three parts to it, and then I might blabble more if I have time. But the three parts are: one, how am I doing today? And present, how am I feeling, like in the moment? And then two is, am I, what am I thinking about for the future and how exciting life is going to be? And three is, one life experience that taught me a really important lesson. So sort of like, deathbed advice, okay? And sometimes it'll be like stupid and short, and because I haven't really given a ton of thought, but I just want to leave something. And something's better than nothing. And then if I have time, I'll go back and try to do like a nicer job. So present, I'm doing great. I actually slept really well, and when I sleep now, I'm sleeping for 2-3 hours, and um, it's it. I'm always just like, oh good, I woke up. I wake up on my own, and I just wake up when either my body, nature calls, or when I'm um, like rested and my body wants to do something. So I don't really have like a normal sleep schedule. My body's just sort of like up and down, depending on what it needs. Does it need to eat? Does it need to pee? Does it need to poop? Whatever. I'm just trying to keep myself clean and hygienic and like really good, you know, feeling comfortable. So I I asked my heart, I asked a prayer. What should I do in the present to get me through this death experience in the most graceful way possible for my experience, for my body, for my heart, for my person? And the answer that came back was follow comfort. Follow comfort, which is kind of interesting. But so basically, let comfort be thy guide. And what that means to me is do the little things that help the body relax. And in that relaxed state, the body will do everything it needs to do to pass on. And so I'm still, and I mean, I won't go into too much detail, but I still am getting feces out of my little colostomy bag, okay? Because when I got my surgery, for those of you who are little, because I think I have some grandkid age people watching this, when they first did my first surgery in June 11th, 2022, and they pulled out the tumor that let me live, because if they hadn't taken the tumor out, I couldn't have lived. So they did an emergency surgery where they took the tumor out, and that left a problem in my gut. And so they hooked the gut up to the front of me instead of to my back of me. And so since then, over a year, I've been collecting my lovely, yeah, poo poo into a bag, and I I toss that bag out. It's just it's a really interesting thing, but it keeps me alive because that's how it works. So, anyways, I got used to it. I'm pretty comfortable with it. It's called an ostomy. So, I'm always trying to make sure my ostomy is clean, and um, and I'm going to take a shower or bath once a week. And I talked with David yesterday, and I kind of have an ideal schedule in my head. It won't always go down this way, but with the hospice nurse, it's going to look like 8 o'clock. So right now, it just turned 8 o'clock. So I'm going to try to get these done right before breakfast every day, 10 minutes. And so we'll do 8 o'clock my video, breakfast, and then 8:30 to 11:30ish, whatever, morning time. Lana does her thing. She homeschools her kids. David does his thing. He works full time. I do my thing. I try to tidy up, clean up, set up for the day, and probably will do some art because I'm most alert in the morning. So I want to like get the best of me on camera and get the best of me on paper and get the best of me just now in the morning because I just as the day progresses I get more and more tired. So 8 o'clock, if I can, video, breakfast, and then one of my, all my to-dos. I have so many like little to-dos. And then after I get all those done for the day, and I try to pack them in right now, just like calling the bank and getting everything connected with my power of attorney and making sure that money is flowing where it needs to flow. And there's a lot of little things that I just want to put into place. So working on that, just getting it all as tidy as I possibly can, and then painting. And I have a PT guy who comes, and I'm not entirely sure if the PT guy will come in the morning or the afternoons, but whatever. The morning is mine, is basically. So then, if I can get her, the hospice lady, to come twice a day, then Liz is her name. She will be with me in the morning from 11 to 12 hour. Then Lana will feed me lunch at noon, and then something like that. And then 1 o'clock I'll do my exercises, and because that's when the sun comes out, and I want to capture the sun and the heat, and before it becomes really, really hard to exercise. I really, really want to get some time on my trike is like the goal. So hopefully I'll have something to say about that because it's not raining. It looks kind of cold, but if I can if I can get out of here on that bike today, even for just 5 minutes, it invigorates me so much. It makes me so happy. I love that trike. It's like, I don't know if it's a return to like infantile fantasies or something like that, but it's just so fun. So you have to try this e-trike. Everybody needs to try it. Anyways, that's my hope for today is I can get some time on that and play. And then after I do that, I feel like I've had a great day and I've used up the best of my energy. I'll take the less clean energy or the less, I guess you could say, when I'm less bright as the day progresses. In the afternoon, again, Lana and David are busy, but I can, spend some time with the kids doing an art project, or I can spend more time in the hammock if it's sunny enough. I have tons of books I can read. I have tons of things I can do. So more playtime if I want it in the afternoon. This week, no playtime. This time, work time. This week, today specifically, Christine's going to be coming up, bless her, and we're going to work through my boxes, my mail, because I have the energy. Not taking these stupid pills, like, the wrong way. So I'm going to take advantage of it, work on those boxes, throw away or at least set aside all the old medical documents that I don't think I need. Just put them to the side, and then, probably Grandma, you can throw those away. So anyways, just like, it's great to just, boom, clean that all up. So we're going to work on that today. And then we're going to try to get a hold of the bank to get the monies hooked up to my power of attorney. They gave me the runaround yesterday, so I'm going to try it again today. And really want to get that settled. Also, my retirement funds, I need to get the beneficiaries for any of my beneficiaried things that I've sent to Mom and Dad. I need to get those beneficiaried to the trust. And I don't have that much actually in retirement because I've invested it all in assets, but like that's cool, you know. Got to go take care of that. So, all right, we're almost done for today's 10 minutes. So that's how I'm feeling today. Um, as far as the future, my happy thought for the future is that I didn't I don't know. I had this season of my life when I first moved to Utah where I got really excited about land. And I wanted like my own little Walden Pond, you know? I wanted my own little private nature reserve. I wanted my own little quiet place, a quiet corner. I've always wanted that. From the time I was really little, I don't know if David remembers this, but I I I loved quiet places. When we grew up, we created a fort in the tree, and in that fort in the front yard, we would climb up there and we would color pictures of the sunset. And I kind of wish I would have followed that intuition a little bit more, but I'm going to call that like a breadcrumb. Um, I need to drink some water. But the breadcrumb there was nature, and I just enjoyed it, but I didn't really think about it. But now I've determined later in life, and as part of this cancer journey, that nature is a real value of mine. And I probably would have made some different decisions sooner had I recognized that sooner. So this is kind of a combination thing here. Nature has so much to teach us. Nature heals us, at least for me. It's been super healing. Maybe not for everyone, but for me. Nature's been very, very important. So we had this little club where we would climb up the tree. We had David and I had like markers and pencils and everything, and we called it, I think, the Sunset Club. And we just climbed up there and we drew sunsets because we lived on a hill, and we drew sunsets, and then our paper would rot and whatever. But I think we drilled in a fishing tackle box or something. And then we had forts behind the laundry room. I bet my mom found that infuriating and crazy, but we love forts. Forts live on. We had a tree fort. We had, obviously like hideaway spots in the house where we would kind of cuddle and have our own space. And not every kid needs that, but I needed it. And I want to tell you, probably the most important lesson that I ever learned in terms of my spiritual growth at home happens in a storage room where I prayed to God, and I asked Him at age 18, once I understood a little bit more about life and why I was here and my spiritual journey. I basically committed myself to God, and I said, I understand my life is not mine, and I want to give it to you, Lord, and what tell me I'm yours, basically. What do you want me to do with my life? And from that point forward, I just saw doors open in my life. God, it's not that I didn't have a lot to learning to grow. I have so much to do and learn still. But the thing that's so cool is that when you have that posture of, hey, God, teach me, show me the way, He does. And so I'm very grateful to be able to say that I have, really had a beautiful life full of adventures that God sent me on. And the first adventure was getting me to college, which I'll talk about in my next video. But like that was such a cool thing to learn, that God wanted to lead me in my life. And that happened really because I had little spaces in nature and in the house where I could be quiet and hear the spirit and the heart talk to me and tell me things. So tip number 1 is find quiet places that you love where you're undisturbed so you can hear your heart. That's tip number one. Find quiet places. And I will tell some stories about that in the next video, and I'll plan it so that it's not so mumbly jumbly. Um, and yeah. Anyways, because I did that, I have a lot of really cool expectations for the future, and the happy thought I have for the future today is that I will be in nature, and I will have a chance to like study the butterfly wing kind of thing, and just be close to Mother Nature, and get to know my mother in heaven more. And I know that sounds kind of weird and different, but that's what one of my dreams is, to get to know her. So my mouth is super dry. I gotta go. But anyways, love you all. That's my message for today. I'm doing great. Someday I'll be hanging out with Mother in Heaven, and find quiet places. I love you all. Bye.